Good afternoon. This is a video of a first ride of a Trek Allant 7S. A little bit about the rider here. That would be Ma. I've been riding bicycles for a half century, but this will be my first opportunity to really use an e-bike. I sort of got interested in e-bikes given the fact that I'm now in my mid-70s and the hills look a little bit more daunting. So I ordered this bike back in May or June, but it just recently came into the local Trek dealership. So it's kind of a first opportunity to really see this bicycle since I ordered it. And I have to say there were some surprises. So because I didn't remember what I really looked at. So let me go over this bike. It's a very fancy e-bike put out by Trek. It is as I said before, it is the Allant 7S. It has a number of features that frankly I forgot and now I'm discovering. Overall, it's a far beefier bike than I had expected. It's got almost balloon tires. I did know that it had a front suspension, and that might be important given the fact that now I'll be traveling theoretically faster, and as I hit bumps and so on, the front fork might help. But there are some other features here that I thought were sort of a surprise, and let me go over those. Hold on. So as you can see, the down tube is a pretty beefy thing, and that is because there is an internal battery compartment. Actually, that may not be a bad design feature, but I think it does add to the overall weight. Once again, we have shocked front forks, and again, that's probably a useful feature given the fact that this bicycle is rated to go up to 28 miles per hour, and hitting railroad tracks or some other urban environment type things, it might be important to have a front shock. I'm going to find out as I ride this thing. The overall structure is pretty substantial, and again, as I said, the tires were something far more than what I expected. They're probably 2-inch wide, maybe more tires with some knobby stuff. So the bike might be compatible for some trail riding, but I have to tell you, I don't do a whole lot of trail riding, so that'll be kind of interesting. I did add an extra pack on the back supplied by my local dealership here for the Trek dealership. But the rack comes with it, and everything else that you see is basically part of the setup, including the kickstand and so on. It is a multi-speed bicycle, and then it has 4 different assist modes with the motor: Eco, Touring, Sport, and Turbo. So we'll see what that's all about. Once again, just to let you know, I have not really been a big e-bike rider. I took out some model last May or June for about 15 minutes. This will be my first opportunity to get an extended piece at it. The weather, this is where we live in Oregon. The weather here for the past couple of weeks has been extremely wet, not particularly warm. Today, this afternoon, it dried out, and we're hitting the mid-50s. So it looks like a good time, good opportunity to take this out for a first test run. Wish me luck. Thanks. Okay, I just returned from my maiden flight, so to speak, of the Trek Allant 7 Plus, and my first impressions are, wow, interesting ride to have. The power assist is definitely evident. The beefiness of the bike is not a problem thanks to the power assist. Plus, with the Beefy Tires and the overall kind of heavy-duty construction, some of the wintertime obstructions like branches on the road or gravel on the road for icy conditions, etc., the gravel not yet been swept off, not a problem. This was not a problem. It just glides right over everything. I would say that this would probably be a perfect commuter bike. I did about 24-25 miles. In fact, what I'll do here is I'll turn this computer on so that we can take a look at what happened here. All right, let's take a look at the onboard computer and see the information that we got. And you can see here that I got 24 miles in on this particular ride today, and that I still have 3 bars out of 6 bars left on my battery. And I used a combination of touring mode and sport mode. So there are 4 modes: Eco, Touring, Sport, and Turbo. And obviously each mode gives you more power, but each mode draws off the battery at a greater rate. And I was using touring mode for when I was either going with the wind or maybe just across the wind. And I switched to sport mode when I went against the wind, because the wind is out there, it's up to 23 miles an hour. So all in all, I thought I got a good range, and the ride was very enjoyable on not the best of days. Okay, that's my first impressions of an Allant 7S. I'll probably post some additional videos as I get used to this bike, and if I feel I have anything that I can add to the general YouTube audience on it, I'll make those postings. Thanks for watching and for listening. Take care.